Haribo. Om Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacacharya Asatara Satrashi Śrīmad. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedānta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Shigaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shami Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Swami Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Harinam Sankirtana Ki Jai.
All glories to Babaji.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhagavate Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Chami. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadesh. So, welcome to another Sunday Satsang. Hare Krishna. I forgot to chant the song I wanted to do. Never mind. How's everybody today? How many people are signed up?
We have 19.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's a nice, cool, rainy Sunday here in Chile. So I'm very glad that you all could attend. Today we have a talk on a very important subject of Anarthas. We started this talk a couple of weeks ago, and I don't remember what happened. Somehow it got interrupted and we didn't finish it. So I want to go over this because in our series now, we've been going through the Nectar of Devotion. And we finished the first part of Nectar of Devotion, the first wave, as it's called, from chapter 1 through chapter 19. So Nectar of Devotion, if you haven't read it, you should read it. Or if you haven't got it, you should get it. We have it in our Vedabase. If you want to download the Vedabase, you should read it and look at these chapters 1 through 19. They describe the whole first part of the path of devotion. Actually, it summarizes the whole path, but it gives special attention to the beginning of the path, because, of course, most devotees are in the beginning. Once a devotee actually becomes advanced, then they move very quickly. But the place where most devotees get stuck is on anartha nivritti. Remember, there's 3 stages. What's the first stage? Adau Shraddha, faith. Somehow, someone hears about spiritual life, or they hear about the Vedas or something like that, and they get a little faith. That's all it takes. It doesn't take a whole lot of faith. We don't ask for complete faith. We ask for just a little bit of faith. And if you try the process that's given in the Vedas, you'll find that it works. It does what it says it's going to do. It will change your consciousness from material to spiritual consciousness. And you'll get bliss, relief from material anxieties and suffering, and so many other results from just a little bit of practice. And then, that should confirm that this process is bona fide. You do the experiment, you get the result. Okay. So from that point, it's not a matter of faith. It's a matter of experience, of knowledge, confidence. So according to this confidence, then we take up the next step, which is sadhu sangha, association with devotees. And this is what we have here. We have a sangha of sadhus. Sadhu means someone who's expert. And it also means someone who cuts. They're expert because they have reached the highest platform of human life, where they are endeavoring to understand spiritual things. And they're cutting because what? They're cutting off their material attachment and just associating with people who are similarly engaged in spiritual life. This is sadhu. So sadhu sangha means association with sadhus. If we keep company with sadhus, then we become like sadhus. It's said a man is known by the company that he keeps. So if we keep company with rascals, we become like rascals. But if we keep company with enlightened souls, then we become like them. So that is the means of advancement in the very beginning of the path. But then what happens? If you associate with sadhus, pretty soon you're going to meet a spiritual master, because sadhus are always associated with a spiritual master. And then you have the opportunity to take initiation. And initiation means that you follow the instructions given in the scriptures. Because if a spiritual master is bona fide, he's going to say, these are the instructions given in the scriptures. And these three things will agree. Sadhus, gurus, and shastra. The devotees, the spiritual master, and the scriptures. They all say the same thing. They all say that you should detach yourself from material things and you should attach yourself to Krishna. Always hear and chant about his holy name, his beautiful transcendental form, his wonderful activities and pastimes with his devotees, his amazing spiritual qualities, and so forth. That this is the essence of all advice. This is the essence of all instruction. So if one follows this instruction, then part of that instruction is to take initiation, diksha. And we're going to have an initiation ceremony on Janmashtami, Krishna's birthday, which is coming up in about a month. And that's going to be in New Jersey. And of course, we're going to stream it on, it's going to be our Sunday satsang for that day. What is that? August 15th? 16th. Yeah, 16th? Yeah, so be sure and make it to that Sunday satsang. That's going to be real special. And the meaning of initiation is not just a ceremony. It's not simply getting a name. It's not just going through or some ritual and, you know, it's a very colorful ritual. It's really cool. You know, we have a fire and we make different offerings into the fire and there's all these mantras and, you know, it's a very nice ceremony. But what happens when the ceremony is over? Is that the end of the initiation? No. No. Really, initiation means the beginning. To initiate something is to start something. What are we starting? We're starting that we follow these rules and regulations in the scriptures in a committed way, in a steady way. It's not just a hobby anymore. This is a serious thing. It's a lifestyle. So when one follows these rules and regulations, what's the result? Anartha nivritti. Anartha means unwanted things. Artha means wealth. There's 4 objects in the Vedic culture. Dharma, which means religiousness. Artha, which means wealth. Kama, which means enjoyment. And moksha, which means final liberation. So artha means wealth. Anartha means the opposite of wealth. It means a debt or a demerit or a bad quality, something you don't want. So anartha nivritti is the stage at which all these bad things go away.